What are we doing?
All right, we're gonna go for a ride today.
Yep.
We're gonna head up to Enchanted Rock, which is right above Fredericksburg, and then we're going to consult my cheat sheets here, explore Fredericksburg.
Yep.
Which has supposedly a painted church we can go through. There's an Amish.
Well, didn't we do the painted church a long time ago?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep. There's an Amish furniture mart, which no, we don't need any furniture.
Yeah. Are we buying furniture now? Or what are we doing?
No, but I think they have some homemade goods there that we can sample, which
okay.
I would find amazing.
Cool.
We are also going to have lunch at what's called the Hilltop Cafe, so we'll let you know.
And that's in Fredericksburg? Okay.
And then obviously this is a food rider. I must be hungry, I don't know, because there's also called Fredericksburg Pie Company. So
we always got to go out and find a pie.
Yeah.
So far we found pies just about everywhere we go.
Yeah. Anyway, we are getting ready to roll out, so we'll see y'all out on the road.
All right, cheers.
We're Rich and Chris. We hit the road in April of 2020, traveling on motorcycles. There's so many ways to get out and explore. But remember, it's not what you ride, but that it's your ride. So make it an adventure. Way to Enchanted Rock, Fredericksburg, exploring those areas. Today is kind of gloomy and cloudy, but it's so weird because it is it's almost 70 degrees right now. It's supposed to be a high of 75, so it's really pleasant riding, but now we're riding through some mist, so
yeah, I don't know how wet we're going to get today, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think the biggest concern would be the corners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to get that really light mist on the road, and then you got oil, it'll pull the oil out of it.
Yeah.
So let's not have that.
Yeah. But, temperature-wise for riding, it's just phenomenal. It just doesn't, it looks really cold and dreary out, and it's really not. Well, it's a bit dreary, but it's not cold. So what is this town we're coming into?
Utopia.
This is Utopia. We brag a lot about how Richard and I can communicate through our Cena 10C Pros on each of our helmets. And it is awesome. It has allowed us to not miss a lot of stuff. But here's what happens. Richard and I get to yakking, and this is why I'm going to warn you, because Richard and I get to yakking, and invariably we miss a turn. And that's always. And so we're like, okay, no talking. I have to concentrate on the route.
Yeah. So we got to go back to Vanderpool. I guess we cruised right on through Vanderpool.
How far did we miss Vanderpool?
It says 8 miles.
Wow, we were talking a bunch, weren't we? You need to stop talking, Richard.
Yeah, it says we're missing Vanderpool, and we got to go that way at Vanderpool.
Okay.
So yeah.
Welcome to the premiere episode of Sheldon Cooper Presents Fun with Flags.
All right, let's talk about the Texas flag real quick. Since Texas was its own sovereign nation for a 10-year period, it created its own flag, as all the states in the U.S. have their own flag. Here's the slight distinction, though. Rumor has it that Texas is the only state that can fly its flag at the same level as the United States flag. And actually, that's not exactly the truth. Actually, all the states can fly their flag at the same height as the United States flag. So Texas created its own flag code, and it's very simple. You can have 2 flag poles, and you can fly both of the flags, the Texas flag and the United States flag, at the same height. Just the only stipulation is from the observer's point of view, the United States flag needs to be on the left. So we're trying to take this beautiful drive, and the weather's not quite cooperating, but we are going to motor on through it, and it is what it is. Come rain or shine.
If you're going around and you've only got a limited time to go do something, you either just got to suck it up or sit around and do nothing.
Yeah, it was recommended that we try the Hilltop Cafe. And in my lack of time to research, I thought the Hilltop Cafe was inside the town of Fredericksburg, like off of Main Street or something. And it's not. It's actually several miles outside Fredericksburg. So that's where we're heading to first, and then we'll loop back to Fredericksburg and go take a peek around and see what we can find. But the weather's fine for riding. It's not the type of weather where you want to get on the Three Sisters and try to cut the corners. But it's good for a destination ride, and that's kind of what we're doing.
Well, and it's not cold either.
No.
Yeah, it's my thermometer on the bike says 69 degrees.
Yeah.
So it's 70 degrees. It's nice out.
Yes. Yeah. So it's all good. Just a little wetter than what we would prefer, but we're gonna make the most of it and see what comes out of it. All right. We made it to the Hilltop Cafe. Let's go have a bite of lunch. See if we can recommend this to you. Hope it's good. I'm starving.
We are at the Hilltop Cafe outside of Fredericksburg.
Yes.
I'm going to give this a huge thumbs up.
Yes.
This is delicious.
Yes, it was very good.
I had the shrimp poor boy, and that fried shrimp was, I don't know how he did it, but man, it was the bomb.
Yes.
It was super good. It has Cajun food, but it's mainly Greek. I think it has a lot of Greek influence, but it was delicious. The food was fantastic.
We highly recommend it. If you're in the area, stop by. The food is fabulous.
All right, off to somewhere.
We are going to go, yes, we're going to go check out the Painted Church, and then after that huge lunch, we are going to go to the Fredericksburg Pie Company and buy some type of pie and take it home.
Yeah, because Chris won't eat the pie now. She won't eat for a couple days now.
Yes,
That's how she is.
will.
Oh, you'll eat tomorrow. No dinner. We're just going to be fend for yourself.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right.
All right, we are at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Fredericksburg, Texas. And here's the deal with these. They're called painted churches. There is about 20 out in the hill country, and they are works of art. The outside is kind of a plain Jane white, usually a white exterior, but the inside is all handcrafted, beautiful artifacts. So what happened is this is a heavily populated or heavily settled by German immigrants who were promised acres of land, and so they kind of flooded out here, and they wanted to bring a little bit of their heritage and their culture with them when they came. So they landed here, and the first thing that they did is to establish a church, and that kind of gave them the feeling of kind of like they're back home, and it also established the fact that this is a group of people who are going to stick together and create a community.
The building we're standing in front of now is the original, and they quickly outgrew it. And then this building here that we're leaning up against is
1856 is when it was built and established. Yes. All right, so the original church building is more on the subtle side on the inside, but again, they quickly outgrew that and then built this beautiful church right next door to it.
figure no power windows.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and here.
That's cool. All right, quick pit stop at the Amish Furniture Mart, and yes, they have food, and yes, we did buy some. We found the Fredericksburg Pie Company. And we are going to go in and probably buy a pie to share later at some point. They make over 24 different kinds of pie every single day. Now, maybe that's in the summer.
That's a lot of pie.
Might be in the summer, but we're going to go find out. Can we put these in here?
Yeah. Now let's put them in here.
Okay. What's the scoop?
Well, here's the scoop. It is a pretty major hike if we want.
Okay.
Okay. There is, and you see in this? Yep. Okay, so we're here. This loop here that goes all the way around, this orange one all the way around, that's 4.5 miles.
Wow.
Okay. There's an interpretive loop that's a mile. That's where you get to see the good things. That's probably what we're going to do today.
Okay, because we're running out of time.
Because we're running out of time. But here, this is the summit trail. That takes you all the way to the top of the rock.
Okay.
It's equivalent to going up 40 flights of stairs.
Oh, piece of cake. We can do that.
Oh, we've done that before.
We have. Let's do that one. I want to get to the top. Let's go.
40 flights of stairs. I am not dressed for that.
You have your hiking boots, right?
Yeah. But
What do you
that's, I
need?
mean, that's, well,
you need?
I'm just thinking of time-wise. We have 1 hour.
Okay. We have 1 hour. We can do it. We can do it.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Richard and I can hike 40 flights of stairs and back in less than an hour. We can.
Man, you're killing me.
Okay.
Let's try it. Let's just go try it. We'll look at it, and if we get halfway or a quarter of the way up and we're like, no, we'll come down and we'll zip through that little observation one and be done. How's that sound?
Well, I just don't, I've never seen you like, okay, let's stop. You've never done that. You've never said that on any of your hikes. You're never like, oh, that's too much. This is too much.
Well,
No.
Well, I can just say, I'll meet you back at the bike. So I don't know how
Pretty cool little place.
Yes, it is. I don't know how I talked Richard into it, but we are going to attempt to make it to the
40
summit.
story building.
It's Okay.
Equivalent
so-
to 40, what did she say? She said is equivalent to 40, my mind is completely blank. Not staircases.
Steps.
Not 40 steps.
Oh.
I'd run that one. I'd run up that one.
A 40-story building?
No, 40. What is a staircases? 40 staircases.
Oh, okay.
Which
Sounds
is like a,
fun.
you know.
40 stories. So it's a
Yes,
40-story
it's like about
tall building.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
You
here-
can see behind us, there's actually, if you look really close up there, there's a tiny, tiny little dot. That's a person.
Good luck finding them.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on.
40 staircases.
We need to get going. However, real quickly, I want to tell you about this place because it is called Enchanted Rock State Park. This rock behind us is what they call a pink granite batholith.
What? Batholith? Are you sure you're not stuttering? Or what is that?
Don't do that.
What is that? Batholith.
Oh.
Uh-oh. She has the giggles.
Okay, let's get serious. It is called a pink granite batholith.
She is not going to be able to say it. Not going to be able
Richard
to.
will put it right down here. Okay.
See
So-
if you ever said it.
What it is it's igneous rock that the magma has formed underneath the ground and not erupted into it. So it's created this giant dome
Yep.
over this area.
So it's imagine liquid magma pushing up to the top and then solidifying.
Yes, and there are lots of. I'm not going to rehash them. I'm not going to.
You're not going to say that word again.
No, there's a lot of Native American Indian legends about this. The issue with this rock is it's kind of like layers of onions, so that the top will come out, it'll get worn off through storms and wind and whatever. Then the heat will hit the rock, it'll expand. It cracks. And cracks and groans, and so that's why the Native American Indians called it Enchanted Rock because they feel
that rock would
make noise.
Would make noise like when you're
Yes.
busting rock apart and you hear that.
They kind of felt like it was
cool.
haunted or enchanted or something like that. There's one father, threw his daughter off the rock. There's just all kinds of.
So she just rolled down the hill for a while.
Ouch.
Because it's not like you're just throwing her off a cliff or to the volcano gods.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm going to throw you down a hill.
So we are going to go, and actually this rock stands 425 feet tall.
Yeah,
So
about
that's
the size of a 40-story building. So it's 0.8 miles, this trail.
piece of cake.
0.8 miles up.
Yes.
And then 0.8 back. So 1.6 miles are saying it's a 45 minutes, and we have an hour to do it up and back. We're going to be like the Sherpa guy.
Ooh, good thing we watched that show
I know.
last night.
Like,
Yeah.
motivation.
Recommend Netflix, 14 Peaks.
14
Nothing's
peaks.
impossible.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing is impossible if you're looking at that guy. Really.
Yeah, so you should, piece of cake. Richard's got
Sure.
this. So, I have to confess, I knew about the 40-story thing and the 425 feet. I was not going to tell Richard until I got here.
You deliberately, wait a minute.
I withheld it.
You deliberately not told me this?
We never got a chance to go over what we were doing.
Sure.
Because I knew what he would say, but now he's here and he's kind of challenged.
I'm all for it. Here's the deal. I'm all for it. I'm up for doing the whole loop, which is 4.6 miles. I like that idea too.
Yes.
It's literally time crunch.
Yes.
Because it's 2 o'clock now, it gets dark at 5:30,
Yes.
and we're 2 hours away.
Yes, it is the middle of winter, and
Yeah.
we need to get going. All right, we'll see you guys out on the trail. Just step carefully. We're just warned by some hikers coming down. There's a rattlesnake around here, underneath one of these lovely rocks we're walking across.
Which they're everywhere, you know.
Yeah, there's all kinds of rocks.
Yeah.
So we're trying to be real careful about where it
you
might be.
step.
I wish I could see them just so I know what to avoid. All right, we made it to the top of the dome. It is not bad of a hike at all. It's a piece of cake. It's 0.8 miles. It doesn't take that long, and it's absolutely, the view is stunning. I would not recommend this during the summer, for sure. I would recommend taking this hike late fall, winter, or early spring. And I would imagine this rock in the summer becomes really hot, and there is no shade, no escaping it, but the view is fantastic. So we come around the corner here and into this, but we didn't see this, and this guy is standing on the side of the road, and he's all brown, and he was standing back behind me, and we couldn't see him.
Yeah,
I mean,
actually, are you on the Cena?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was on the side of the road telling me to slow down. You came up on me. I actually saw the house first.
Yeah.
You came up on me and giving me grief. Like, what are you stopping for? I'm like, this guy's right next to you. And you're like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, there's a guy here?
Yeah, like there's somebody there?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, you were invisible.
Yeah. Well, we've got the sun in our eyes, and he totally blends in with all of this brown, lovely brown dead stuff. So, wow. That could have been kind of disastrous.
There we go.
That was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah.
That was pretty easy.
So handy little stove we got on our, or a handy little grill where we've really used the heck out of it. So we like this little thing.
All right, so the steaks that we made, they were kind of weird. One is, they were in the same package, and one kind of looks like they snuck in a round steak on us, so, which is a little tougher meat. Anyway, we're back from a great day of riding. We are going to dive into base camp, eat a little dinner, probably work on some video editing, and call it a night. We'll see you in the morning. Business in the summer. Somewhere around here is Warren Pruitt's hardware store, which I don't think exists anymore. However, it is where Charles Lindbergh crashed his plane.